I started hurdling from jumping over a fence in high school. My high school coach, Chad Walker, saw me jump over a fence as a dare, and I just started hurdling from that point. What makes hurdling great for me is the fact that I can just be free. I can run, I can work on my technique. I just love doing it. In college, it's completely different from professional. In college, you run way more races. And so making that transition from a professional or from a collegiate to a professional is really difficult because you don't get the same amount of races you get when you're in college. The way I dealt with it was, I just stayed positive. Gail Devers, she told me in Melrose the year I won, my first year out, my first Melrose as a professional I won. And she was like, you're the next great one. And I just take everything that the older people who have done it before me, I use everything that they've told me as motivation. You have to pay your dues. Like, you just gotta stay patient, you gotta work hard, you gotta stay healthy. That's the key. If you don't stay healthy, then you'll be like me. Because my first year out, pulled a hamstring. Second year out, pulled a hamstring. Third year out, tore ligaments in my foot. And then last year, I finally was like, look, I'm gonna do everything I can to stay healthy, and it paid off. I made the team for a second time. I had to grow up. I had to be a professional because it's all about taking care of your body. And when I was young, I was like, oh, well, I have talent, I don't have to train as hard. I don't have to take care of my body. I can do whatever, it'll recover on its own. I don't have to go to the training room. I don't need to ice. I don't need to get preventative treatment. I'm fine, I'm good. If you don't take the time and take care of your body, then it's gonna break down. It's just like a car. If you don't get that maintenance, then it's gonna break down on you. And so I think that's what I've learned over these past 6 years is you gotta take care of your body. And I've been doing that a lot these last couple of years.
He came off a really successful indoor season, obviously the most successful indoor season he's ever had, and he's really fit. He's basically fitter than he's ever been. He's really kind of dedicated himself to improving his nutrition a lot and really rededicated himself to training harder than he's ever trained. Well, he always had the talent, and now he's just a little more mature, so he's taking things a lot more seriously, and I think he feels like he belongs with the big boys and he can beat the big boys.
Making the change from 8 to 7 steps was a necessary change because all of the top hurdlers in the world from the past season were doing it. And so I felt that by them taking one less step, I was at a disadvantage because I'm taking one more step. And the transition was pretty difficult at first because you have to switch your block setting. You have to actually put your weaker leg in front and push off of that leg and build up a lot of momentum, like a lot of force and power to get to the hurdle, because getting to the hurdle is hard, especially off that weak leg. And so that took a couple of months to get used to. I wanted to bail so many times because I'm like, oh my God, this is so slow. I'm never gonna get it. I'm reaching for the hurdle, I'm reaching for the hurdle. And now I'm not reaching for the hurdle. I'm able to run the 7 like it was an 8. So that's beneficial for me at this point. And so it's gonna do something sick outside. If you can race well in New York, then 9 times out of 10 you're gonna race well at trials because it's only 2 weeks out from our trials. And at that point, people are starting to take the weight load off because we're trying to peak for our trials. It'll mean a lot for, to make the team and for this season because in 08, I missed it by 0.01 and it was devastating. You're missing out on your dream. Like, my dream was to make the team in 08, and because my grandmother passed away in 08, and she just wanted me to run well, and I didn't live up to my expectations for her, and so that was pretty sad. And it'll mean a lot to run well in London because if you make the team as an American, hopefully one of the Americans will get a medal, so hopefully I'm that American if I make the team. So it'll just mean a lot to run in London.